Okay, welcome back to the Grill According to Gord. Today we're going to be doing a cold smoked brie. For this particular thing, we need a few specialty items. Number one is a smoke box. It's called a Snake. You can buy these at any specialty grilling shop, or I'm sure you can find them on Amazon as well. We're also going to be using wood pellets. These come in different flavors. Today I'm going to be using orange smoke, but it comes in pecan, apple wood, cherry wood, whatever your heart desires. As well as we're going to be using a blowtorch in order to light the pellets to get them to start smoking. The difference today, it's called a cold smoked brie, is that we're not going to be generating heat from the barbecue. We're just going to be using it as an enclosed space to help the smoke encircle the cheese and infuse it with flavor. And then later on we're going to take it off, wrap it in prosciutto, and then we're going to grill it. Okay, so the first steps are to get our wood pellets into the smoker, the Snake. So we're just going to add them. I know that I only need the first row filled with pellets, just from past experience in using this in order to get the amount of smoke that I need. Once that's done, I'm going to light my torch. And I'm just going to light this end of the wood pellets, and it's going to start the smoking process. You can see there's already some smoke coming off of it. Just give it a couple of seconds to really light on fire. Okay, so now you can see we've got smoke going. We're just going to take the steak now and place it underneath the warming rack of your barbecue. And the reason for that is we're going to put the brie on top. So we're going to place the brie on the warming rack just above the Snake. And now we're going to close the lid, and we're going to come back in about an hour and 15 minutes to turn the cheese over and continue the smoking process. Okay, so it's now been about 90 minutes, so we're now prepared to take a look at the bries, and we're also going to flip them over to again continue the smoking process. So let's go gently lift them up, turn them over, and you can see where the smoke is now penetrating into the rind, leaving that smoky flavor behind. And then we're just going to close the lid and go for another 90 minutes. Alright, so it's now been smoking for 3 hours, so it's time to take the cheese off. And then we're going to wrap it in plastic wrap and let it set up in the refrigerator once again for about an hour. So you can see it's absorbed all that smoke into the rind, and that's where all the flavor will be. Then we'll just pop it back into the refrigerator, and it'll be ready to go back on the barbecue in about an hour. Okay, so the cheese has had some time now in the fridge to set back up a little bit. And what I've done is I've started to spread out the prosciutto that we're going to wrap it in on the plate. I'm just going to do the last few pieces here. And once we have all the prosciutto laid out, just like that, we can then take the cheese, put it right in the center, and then we're just going to gently fold all the prosciutto back over top so that it becomes completely wrapped in a nice thin layer of Italian bacon. So now we're ready to put the brie on the barbecue, but you want to get your barbecue preheated to pretty much as hot as it can possibly go. It might take it 10-15 minutes to get there. And you're just going to open the lid, take your brie, and place it on the top rack. And you're going to grill it for about 6 minutes aside and just close the lid and let it go. Okay, so it's now been about between 5 and 6 minutes, so it's time to turn the brie over. I'm going to open the lid. And then close the lid for another 5 minutes or so. Okay, so it's now been another 5 or 6 minutes, so the brie is now ready to come off. All the prosciutto has crisped up around it. Grab it with the spatula here. Bring it over to the plate. And close the lid and turn your barbecue off. And one thing that I suggest that you do is just wrap the whole thing in tin foil and let it rest for about 10 minutes before you finally cut into it. And that way it won't be quite so melty and all over the plate once you cut into it. And that is the grill according to Gord.